Namaste Seekers, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nicolas Ulhich and today I will introduce you to the horoscope of April 2023. If you are new to the channel, I want to remind you that this is Vedic sidereal astrology. Is different from Western or tropical astrology, so when you go through the predictions and the analysis of each transit, make sure that you have your Vedic natal chart with you. All this already said, let me tell you about the very specific dates and transits that will be taking place during April. This is perhaps one of the most important months of the year, if not the most important one, and definitely will be the most passionate and intense month. I divided the analysis in 10 different aspects. So first we have the conjunction in the sidereal sign of Pisces of Jupiter, Mercury and the Sun. This of course will be a little bit difficult for Jupiter and Mercury because the Sun burns the house that it goes into. And this is taking place, it started 15th of March and it will last till the 14th of April. So till the first half of April, we are still having this heavy burning presence of the Sun into Pisces. Wherever you have Pisces in your natal chart, Jupiter, it's not that comfortable right now because the Sun is suffocating with a lot of I, me, mine. The Sun, if we can summarize a little bit the few or the essential concepts, is the ego, the personality, vitality, energy, success, is the energy that we have or we need to achieve success in any project, goal, or area of our life. Now the focus is in ourselves, in the particular area where we have Pisces, and it's affecting Jupiter, which is the wisdom behind our actions, and Mercury, which is our ideas behind our actions. So our wisdom and ideas are a little bit suffocated or overwhelmed by the presence of the I, of the personality. And maybe you are finding during this transit a lot of people in the particular area of your life. This is the Vedic house or Bhava in Sanskrit, where you have Pisces. If you have Pisces, for example, in the 10th house, this is bringing through your profession this type of personalities or energies actually, or in that particular area of your life, you are putting that out there. In the 4th, maybe with your mother, your family. The 3rd, maybe your brothers, sisters, and neighbors that are bringing this energy of a lot of ego, a lot of conflict, or a lot of not thinking before doing. Don't put in your wisdom in your deeds. And this is finishing 14th of April, and by that time I will make a different video making the predictions for the transit of the Sun through Aries. Then the second aspect of the 10th is the enter of the Sun into the exaltation sign of Aries. This is a very powerful moment of the year because the Sun is very, very powerful. It's the most powerful sign, Aries, for the Sun. And Aries has to do with purpose in life, direction, clarity, determination, willpower, discipline, is the warrior-like energy. And the Sun being the personality is full of purpose, full of direction, full of clarity, strength, and discipline. All of these things put together will take you very far away in life and will help you a lot to achieve your goals, to be successful in whatever things you want to pursue. However, the Sun during this transit, which is between the 14th of April till the 15th of May, will be in a close conjunction with Rahu. Rahu is the head of a demon, while Ketu is the body of the demon. This demon was trying to cheat, to confuse the gods, the devas, in a Vedic event that took place thousands of years ago, according to our sacred scriptures. And the sun and the moon, the god Chandra and Surya, saw that one of the gods that was ready to drink Amrit, the nectar of immortality, kind of juice that is very healthy, that make you immortal. The gods were allowed to drink it, but not the demons, the asuras. And this asura, this demon, went there with kind of a custom, or through some sort of magic, changed his body. So he was looking like a god, and he was part of the ritual of drinking Amrit. But the sun and the moon were able to see the essence of the gods, and they saw that the essence of this particular god was kind of weird, was not very accurate according to the scriptures, was a person with a lot of bad energy and evilness and these low vibrational tendencies. So the sun and the moon went directly to Vishnu and asked Lord Vishnu for help, because they were suspecting that this was the actual demon. Lord Vishnu took an incarnation, an avatar, a divine presence of earth, as a woman, a very beautiful woman, and cut the head of the demon. The thing is that while Vishnu cut the head off, the demon was drinking Amrit, the nectar of immortality, so the demon became immortal, though the head in one side and the body in another. This is Rahu, the head, Ketu, the body. And in revenge of these events, because of the sun and the moon, every time the sun goes close by to Rahu or to Ketu or the moon, this creates the eclipses season. And this month is the month of eclipses. The eclipses in Aries, when the sun is transiting Aries, and then in Libra, the opposite sign. And this is not that bad or that good. It's just a moment when Rahu will enhance the energies of the sun. But remember, the sun is already very strong in the most powerful sign, which is Aries, is in exaltation, and then Rahu is enhancing that. You may find some troubles with your ego or the ego of the people surrounding you. Most importantly, the people related or represented by the house where you have Aries in your Vedic natal chart. And then Rahu is a karmic energy in the chart that is driving you to the mundane, the superficial, the material. It's like taking you away from spirituality. Wherever we have Rahu, we have distraction in terms of the senses. The senses may be very active during this month, and the sun, which is always looking for bright things in life, may be distracted from dharma. That is very bad, but also may be very good, because if you have been already very distracted from your dharma, your purpose in life, this is a period of time where your purpose definitely will call you, and will call you very clearly. Maybe in some very difficult, tough way, but definitely will be clear. And if you have been already walking on the path of your purpose, of your dharma, this is an enhancer of that path that you are already walking in. The thing is, be open and be attentive to the synchronicities that definitely will take place during this time, because whether you are lacking the sense of purpose, of having a great sense of purpose, this will take you to the right path through revelations that won't be funny, won't be nice in some cases, but will be real. And reality is what is very important for Rahu, but for Rahu is more the reality on earth, of the human experiences, whether with Ketu, the opposite, the body, it's more transcendence, it's more spirituality, spiritual freedom. And this is taking place from the 14th of April till the 15th of May, the transit of the sun through Aries, in conjunction with Rahu in some part of the period, but the exact conjunction is taking place the 24th of April. Keep this date really in mind. Take notes of this date. Be very careful the day before, the day after, because this definitely will impact on you great time, okay? Then the third aspect of the 10 that I am mentioning for this horoscope of April is the entering of Mercury to the sign of Aries, and then of course making the conjunction with Rahu as well. This will be from the 31st of March, the last day of March, till the 7th of June. During this period, Mercury in Aries will bring some sort of aggressiveness to communication, traveling, learning, the relationship that you may have with co-workers, with your brothers, sisters, friends as well, maybe with younger people, maybe while driving, maybe while training. These are all places where the energy is a bit more intense, more aggressive, more centered in expressing my own truth, my own reality, my own perception. You better be careful if you want to oppose to what I am saying. That is the energy that will be present. Chill, relax, take it easy. Don't argue with anyone during this transit. I mean, it's a very long transit because it's till the 7th of June. And it will be, of course, with Rahu as well. So Rahu is enhancing the aggressiveness in communication, in connecting with others. This as well may be something very good for you because it will enhance the determination to properly connect with others through your dharma, your purpose in life, through your artha, your profession. But this will make you more determined, more disciplined, and more organized in your mind. So organized that will be under pressure, and that pressure may come in form of harsh words. That is what we want to avoid. How can we work out this? Well, through pranayama, very important. Mercury has a lot to do with pranayama. Train whatever you can and want and is possible for you financially, in terms of health, wealth. Train. Go for a walk on nature. You have a forest, go there. You have jungle, rivers, the coast, the beach. Doesn't matter. A park. Go and take a walk every day. During this transit, every day. Because Mercury is pacified by the green color, but most importantly, the green of nature. If you are close to a river or to the beach as well, is very good for Mercury. So during this transit, very careful with your words. You don't want to bring any intensity that is unwanted, unsolicited in your relationships. You don't want to put aggressiveness where should be kindness or compassion or empathy. And your extra determination and focus, try to put it in creative works, such as projects that you may have or things that were going slow before. Now things are going faster and smoother, though more aggressive. And then we have, as the fourth aspects of the transits that we will be analyzing, Mercury retrograde from the 21st of April till the 15th of May. Mercury retrograde in the sign of the warrior, of war, of intensity, of determination, aggressiveness, and Mercury going inward. This is a time where you will find a fine time having a lot of insights about the topics represented by the house where you have this transit. I will tell you in a bit, okay, when we go to the predictions. But for example, if you have Mercury in Aries and Aries is your rising sign, so this is taking place in the first house, all the topics related to the first house will be influenced by Mercury retrograde. During the period of Mercury retrograde, everyone is invited to go within, to take more meditational times during the day, to go a little bit slower, to avoid any new project during this time, any new relationship. And if you have something scheduled for this time, just chill, chant mantras, as many as you can and as frequently as you can. Also do pranayama, try to be on nature, try to read things that are sacred and important to you. I will suggest the Bhagavad Gita, but any book that you find holy and sacred is amazing and is more than okay for you. For some, maybe the Bible, the Torah, or any other book, okay? And then the 5th, Mars in Gemini, that it entered the 13th of March and it will be there till the 10th of May. In between, Mars is in the sign of Mercury, Gemini, and Mercury is in the sign of Mars, Aries. This is creating an exchange of signs called in Sanskrit Parivartana Yoga, making things related to Gemini, to Aries, to Mars and Mercury like triple time intensified. So this is a very, very important thing. Pay attention to this, please. Communication will be harsh, intense, aggressive, or accidents may find you closer and you may fall from the bike. I don't know, have some weird scratches on your car that weren't there before, and someone, I don't know, like go too close and touch your car, and now you have the proof of that, but nobody to complain about. This may bring problems in terms of e-commerce or selling products, whether online or in person. But also this may enhance any cells that you already currently have, that you were needing perhaps more clarity, determination, focus, and discipline to do something about your store that may bring a lot of success to your projects, but you were procrastinating or taking a sweet time to do things. Now with this Parivartana Yoga, things definitely will move whether you want it or not. So I advise you to want it. How can you want something that it's actually something that you want? Well, try to start to do things aligned with the success that you want to achieve. Let's say you want to see your store to grow, or your yoga studio, or your clients to be more, or anything related to this, or you want to receive more payment in your current job, in an office or in a factory, or in any place. Use this energy to be more disciplined, to do a better job, to have things done before it's necessary to have things done. So when Mercury enters into retrogradation, doesn't hit you that hard, and it will be more insights and revelations rather than obstacles and problems. If you keep this in mind, things will be great for you. Then we have also, so Mars in Gemini also may bring some problems with brothers, sisters, neighbors, some friends, traveling, communication. Keep that in mind, try to chill. If you are an influencer, you may find some hate or trolls on your comments and these kind of things. So yeah, be patient. 10th of May, things will change. Then the 6th aspect is Jupiter entering Aries. And Jupiter entering a sign is a very big deal, because Jupiter takes 1 full year to travel through a sign. And because of that, it's influencing through the blessings of Jupiter, the blessings of the Guru, the blessings of the Father, etc., that particular area for a full year. And this is very important. Jupiter is entering Aries in the 21st of April till the 1st of May 2024. A little bit more than a year. What is taking place during this year? I will make a video separately only for this, but going very briefly, Jupiter is the guru, is spirituality, traveling abroad, learning new languages, getting involved with foreigners, with foreign cultures, philosophies, moving closer to a beach, to a body of water. All these things is Jupiter. And Jupiter now is in the sign of the warrior, of purpose, determination, clarity, direction. Is a very good transit. Though for some signs maybe not that good, because if you haven't been doing what you need to do in terms of your purpose in life, Jupiter will constantly remind you of that. Whether for good or for ill, this will be present and constant and telling you, go and do your thing, go and do what you have to do. Keep in mind that you are here on earth for this reason, for this purpose only. Don't get distracted. That is annoying. And if you are someone lacking patience, it's very annoying in your case. If you have patience and you have been doing what you need to do and connected with your dharma, your purpose, you are self-disciplined and dedicated, well, Jupiter will be amazingly blessing energy for you. Will bring you a lot of blessings this year, and definitely you will step up to the next level in your life, in your purpose, in your profession, in real relationships. So keep up the good work, and Jupiter definitely will be very good for you. If you in between wake up of the cosmic illusion and you decide to start to live the life of your dreams, Jupiter will operate for you as if you have been doing that since always. So don't worry, but try to do something about it. Then the 7th, Venus entering Aries, conjuncting Rahu as well. Venus has been in Aries since the 11th of March and will remain there till the 6th of April. So a couple of days after the month starts. Basically, it wasn't the month of love that much. Perhaps you felt it, that relationships weren't that smooth or chill. Things were a little bit intense or complicated. Maybe you are in love with someone and the person was not reciprocating the emotion or the attention that you wanted from that person. If you are in a relationship, perhaps things were a little bit troubled and it was some sort of discussion in between achieving something or doing something or going to some place, some sort of argument constantly for even the smallest thing. Or perhaps you did a lot of physical activity with your partner, or you meet someone new doing sports or going out in nature. All the things are very possible, and whether one or the other, Venus was in a very intense position with Rahu enhancing the search for luxuries, pleasure, comfort. And comfort is not that good in Aries because the warrior wants purpose behind whatever we do with the planet. So what are the resources and the stability and security that you are trying to achieve that is related to your purpose? That is the question, that is the invitation, that is the focus of this time. And then the 8th aspect, Venus is entering Taurus, which is the sign, Mula Trikona sign, where Venus is very comfortable, is her home. And this is taking place from the 6th of April till the 2nd of May. The 2nd of May is already culminating the transits and starting the 6th of April. Will be very, very good. Whatever started with Venus in Aries, with Rahu there, now is a lot more relaxed and chill and more peaceful. The relationships, finances, everything gets more clear, more stable, more profoundly calm. You can achieve things without that much trouble in between, and you definitely can do a lot about what you want to do from here on without too many insights, too many questions. Now you're ready to go and do. If you know what to do, resources will play a very good role here. But if you don't know where to put your energy, your time, your money, your resources, this is the month when you will figure it out. So whether one or the other, I think is very good afterwards. Then the ninth aspect is the solar annular eclipse that is taking place the new moon day in Aries, and is the 20th of April. 20th of April, solar annular eclipse with the new moon in Aries. A solar eclipse only can take place when with the new moon. So, I mean, Rahu there. We will have one day later Jupiter. We are having there Mercury as well. A very, very intense event. You definitely need to prepare yourself for this day because it will be a game changer. Why I am saying this? Because regardless where you have Aries in your natal chart, Aries is the sign of purpose, is the sign of beginnings, and a new moon is new beginnings. In Aries is very new beginnings, and a solar annular eclipse, it's a very powerful, profound, transformative new beginning. Mostly in the area where you have Aries in your natal chart, but in general as well. What I mean with new beginning, maybe you reach a deeper level of compromise with your partner in your relationship and you get married. Maybe you receive a promotion at your work. Maybe you move abroad, but something very strong, very powerful will take place. Or you may receive some news about something that you were waiting for and now things are moving. Perhaps it's not what you wanted, or you think that whatever takes place that day was very small in comparison of what your expectations were. But if that is taking place with the new moon and with the solar eclipse in Aries, that was a karmic liberation that is opening the gates of your life, the doors of your soul to a different new reality, much more empowered and connected with your true purpose in life. And that is beautiful. And the last, the lunar penumbral eclipse that is taking place with the full moon in Libra. It's the 5th of May. It's already May, but I decided to include it because it's the same axis of Aries Libra. Libra is the effort to find balance in life through your profession, your social relationships, your marriage, your business relationships, and your connection with society in general, and you seek or search for happiness. It's a lunar eclipse there, a full moon eclipse as well. It's very powerful, very revealing, and many masks of many people and places and situations will fall this day, as well as the 20th of April, the 5th of May. Be prepared one day before, during, and after. A lot of meditation, try to focus on yourself, on your spirituality, and everything will be just fine. But a lot of revelations will come to you. Always clients coming to sessions, to consultations before, during, or even after an eclipse. And they are always sharing that they received so many insights, so much information that is very useful, and they are ready to put that into some sort of action to improve their lives. It's your case as well, for sure. So pay attention to these days. We have covered all the 10th special aspects. There are many others, but are smaller in importance. So let's go to see now, to check your natal charts, and let's start with the very first, Aries. If your rising sign is Aries, for you, all this energy in Aries will take place in the very first house, Venus transiting there, but leaving later on to Taurus, your second house, Mercury transiting there and retrograde at some point, Rahu there, the Sun there, Jupiter there. First house is your physical body, your appearance, your purpose in life, your dharma. This is the area that will be extremely influenced, and I don't want to pretend to read the future or anything like this, but I definitely see that this month of this particular year will be a very meaningful month in your life. It will create the foundations for something new, or you will feel a very powerful influence of all these transits that will take you far, far, far away for good, in the sense of very good and blessed things will come in your way. If you haven't been doing your things, your purpose, fulfilling your dharma, this will be a time where invitations, subtle invitations through dreams, through people, through synchronicities, etc., will come to your way to remind you to seek within, to go within, to know yourself, to improve your life, first starting with you, within. Then we have that Mars is in the third house, a lot of travels and a lot of new information coming and going. Mercury doing Parivartana Yoga from the rising sign first house with the third one. So a lot of communication with someone, a lot of movement, a lot of planning and resolving and organizing. So in general lines, it's very good. The eclipse in the rising sign definitely will impact on you very powerfully. And then the lunar eclipse, later on May, which is taking place in the 7th house of relationships, partnerships, your connection with society through your professional or social life, will receive a big impact. So keep that in mind. Be prepared for these areas during this time. If your rising sign is Taurus, for you, all of this in Aries is taking place in the 12th house of loss. So you may lose some people in your life or problems, because the eclipses are, for some cases, releasing you from all the burdens that you have been carrying with you on your shoulders. You may even be suffering from back pain or holding or carrying so many things, people, emotions, traumas, etc. Now is a powerful time for you, Taurus, because Jupiter in the 12th house goes very well, enhanced by Rahu, Sun there, exalted, Venus entering into your rising sign, which is the ruler of your rising sign, and then Mercury as well there. All of these together, I see that you may travel abroad to do a retreat, to receive a retreat, a spiritual retreat. Maybe you are starting a yoga teacher training course or Ayurveda course or astrology course. You are definitely closer to the ocean, to the sea, to beaches, to traveling, to foreigners, foreign philosophies, foreign lands. And you may receive very good news if you are applying for a visa, for a passport, for a job abroad in a foreign country, or if you are working from your home country, but in a second language or third language that you know. It's good for meeting people from past lives, to heal with them or through them or thanks to them. And then going to Mars will be in the 2nd house all this time, and it has been there. Mars is bringing a lot of strength and capacity to create wealth and improve your finances as well as your expression. So that is very good. Eclipses will take place in the 12th and in the 6th, 2 houses that are actually very bad because are considered dustanas, kind of cursed houses or malefic houses. But it doesn't mean it's bad. It means you will release some burdens. If you have been struggling with some disease, whether mental, physical, emotional. This looks good because maybe you will reach a breakthrough and find some key points to keep healing, improving, and going deeper in the healing process. Also, if you have been with some long taking time, bureaucracy with the government, with papers in any sort, in any way, in any form, this may be the conclusion, the culmination. Though, maybe for good or for bad, depending your natal chart. So, if you want to know more about your natal chart, I will leave you here my email, so you can contact me for a private reading and we can see in detail, because without your natal chart in front of me, of course, I cannot say in greater detail. Then if your rising sign is Gemini, well, all of this is taking place in the 11th house. Aries is in your 11th house. Is the house of gains, of increasing your finances, your wealth, your relationships, networking projects. Is a house of recognition, is a house of connecting with society, working with others, the people that work with you or you work together with them, any institution that you belong to, whether for sports or culture or your profession, and being so much energy, so many planets there, eclipses taking place in the 11th, eclipses in the 5th. You are in a very creative moment of your life, creating perhaps new friendships, doing a very interesting and mindful networking with others. But be careful with your finances, your investments. Be careful the full moon on the 5th of May. If you don't want to have children, be very careful this month, because the energy is very creative in all the way, in every possible aspect, and that means also having children. And it's a very powerful time to create projects that will bring a lot of abundance. Doesn't mean it has to be this month, but definitely this month is opening the doors of abundance through some sort of project, or the culmination of a project that was creating some sort of loss, financially speaking. And now you are being released from that, especially closer to the eclipses. Then Mars is transiting your rising sign, your first house, creating a lot of need of seeking or searching for purpose in life, for determination, clarity. You are trying to research here and there, how can I improve my body, my life, my diets, my vitality, my success, how can I be more recognized. This is not bad nor good, but you are very focused on yourself right now. You definitely need to take care of yourself. Then this Parivartana Yuga between Mercury, ruler of your rising sign, and Mars will be very present. You are trying to find a way to connect your path of life, your purpose, with your profession. That is very novel, that is very nice, very cool. And it's very Gemini moment. You are going through these moments, most importantly. If your rising sign is Cancer, well, Cancer, for you, all of this crazy energy in Aries is taking place in the 10th house, the house of profession, of karma. The karma that we do and we receive is the 10th house. Recognition, success, connection with society, whatever you do professionally that connects you with anyone. And all of this definitely will bring a change in your profession, whether still being in that place or being promoted or being fired or being hired from a different place with a much better opportunity, or maybe the time where you definitely are able to find the way to become financially free. Financially free maybe in the form of digital nomad, or maybe working remote, but you have a bit more of freedom. Aries likes a lot of freedom in any area, but when he's in the 10th, freedom at the workplace. Freedom at the workplace, having your workplace as the path, traveling, the way, That is very much like what I am seeing in your chart right now. And then Mars is transiting the 12th house, ruling the 10th. Maybe you find some opportunities abroad, you finally finish some paperwork for a visa, applying for a passport, things start to move, you may go for a travel, to crossing some oceans to reach there, or going to the beach or to the ocean, or you meet some foreigners or a foreign person in particular that is bringing interesting things to your life right now. But foreigners, foreign lands, foreign cultures, past life, spirituality, very present right now, very connected to your profession as well. Then eclipse is taking place 4th house and 10th house, profession, family life. Be careful with investments in real estate, vehicles during the first week of May. Be careful. Better let it flow that week, see what happened, what changes take place, and then take a decision and make a move. If your rising sign is Leo, for you Leo, this is happening in the 9th house, the most auspicious house in the zodiac sign wheel, and Sun being a father figure, being the guru, being the ruler, being a king, and you having the Sun, the ruler of your rising sign, transiting the 9th, you may be that person for others, like a father figure or a guru, a professor, a teacher, a guide, whether female or male, of course. And it's very likely that you have a very good connection with your guru during this time that will somehow improve your life in forms that you weren't be able to do it before. What I mean by this, your guru is teaching you something new, something more advanced in comparison with the things that you have been receiving before or studying by your own. And as well, Mars is transiting the 11th house of abundance, recognition. Maybe you are doing something very good, the guru is giving you recognition, or the university or the place where you are studying. You are receiving some sort of recognition most likely during this period. If not, you may find yourself more interested in foreign lands, foreign cultures, philosophy, people in general. Then eclipse is taking place in the 9th and the 3rd house. In direction of the 9th, new revelations, insights, and intuitions that will change your perspective of the world and will make you make a move that will change your life, at least in the spiritual aspect, in the philosophical aspect, in the moral, ethical aspect. Something is happening, something is cooking, and that is changing completely the direction and the way you see life, see yourself, and your purpose overall. And then the eclipse, the lunar eclipse on the 3rd house, may bring some revelations or changes regarding your brothers, sisters, people surrounding you. Information may move during that day or that period of days before and after too. If your rising sign is Virgo, for you Virgo, well, it's taking place in the 8th house, a Dushtana house as well. It's a bit difficult because it's the house of unresolved issues, traumas, problems, but also transformation, rebirth, reincarnation, shared wealth with others. For example, the wealth you receive after you get married or after you started business relationship with someone, a society, commercial society. The 8th house may bring some revelations regarding your childhood, your marriage, your business partnership, or may bring some wealth that is a sudden wealth, or maybe a sudden loss. That is the topic with the 8th house. It's something that is unexpected, that is sudden, out of the sudden. It's quick, it's intense, it's profound, and it's changing your life. What can we expect from this transit? Well, many spiritual revelations, very powerful, that will change the way you see your partner, whether business partner, marriage partner, your childhood, with, of course, if we receive some sort of revelation from childhood that change the way we see the people in our adulthood, and that makes us go for different things later on. And that is kind of the process of healing, reinterpreting our life history. Then Mars is transiting your 10th house, the house of profession. So it's very active. You are perhaps are having a little bit of burnout. Be careful with that. A lot of stimulation, perhaps a workload a bit higher than usual. But perhaps as well you are meeting interesting people and making good friends in between. Then Mars is in a Parivartana Yoga for this month with Mercury, the ruler of your rising sign, which is in the 8th house, and Mars in the 10th. An exchange of occult, secrets, secretive or profound information and profession. There is a relationship between mystery and profession, working and meditation. Figure out what it means for you, because without having your natal chart in front of me, I cannot say much more. Then eclipse is taking place in the 8th house and 2nd house, 2 houses of wealth, basically financial wealth, as well as spiritual, why not? Revelations, changes in your wealth. Perhaps you win the lottery, you get some interesting gains through the past investments that you made. But yeah, definitely this is kind of the mood of this month. If your rising sign is Libra, well, for you this is happening in the 7th house of partnerships. It has to do as well with connection with society, social projection, recognition, business partner and marriage partner, all of that at once. The meeting of the other, basically 7th house, all concentrated there during this month. The solar eclipse there, the lunar eclipse in your rising sign. Energies are changing big time for you in terms of relationships and path of life. Something will hit you very hard and very blissfully, or it will invite you to change your life for good in a very deep way. Doesn't mean that will take place this month, but this month will create the foundations for that change. New beginnings. Remember what I said at the beginning. Then Mars transit in the 9th house, house of guru, good luck, coming from the good actions of past life, spirituality, philosophy, wisdom in general, your father, somehow your partner, your wife or spouse, and your guru, or traveling or being abroad or dealing with lawyers and the court or the government is connected. It's a month where you, your marriage or your partner or your business partner or your profession is linked to the government, to some bureaucracy, to some lawyers, to some insights. And it has sense from my perspective having this chart that is not your chart. If you want to know more, remember I will give you my email so you can contact me for a reading on the description, okay? Then the eclipses, okay, we said 1st house and 7th house, very important for you. If your rising sign is Scorpio, for you Scorpio, the eclipses are taking place in the 6th house and in the 12th house, 2 houses that are complicated. The Aries energies focused and concentrated, gathered in the 6th house, house of enemies, diseases, weaknesses, but also routines, determination, organization, clarity, focus, and health as well. If you are very, very, very dedicated to your routines, very disciplined and constant, this definitely will come in a good way. Though, if you don't become more disciplined during this month, you may find some gastric problems, intestinal problems, and having problems with assimilation of food, emotions, energies, situations, life experiences. Then eclipses in the 6th house may change the way you work. If you have been working in person at the office, now perhaps you are going remote, or the opposite. Maybe you are changed some dynamics in your profession, and that is creating a lot of growth for you. Then the other eclipse is taking place in the 12th house, a house of renunciation, and being Ketu involved there, you are letting go something, but something much greater is coming to you. What are you letting go? We should check your natal chart, but you can figure out that because you definitely feel it, right? Then Mars is transiting the 8th house and is the ruler of your rising sign in Parivartana Yoga with Mercury. Your private, close relationships and your health are very connected now. Whatever you do at work is affecting the shared wealth with others, and whatever you do with others is affecting your health. Be very careful. Don't overindulge. Don't go after too much sweet or alcohol or any kind of thing that may harm you or your health. If your rising sign is Sagittarius, for you all of this is happening in the 5th house, house of Dharma, of good energies, investments, suggestion, advice, professional advice. You are receiving some professional advice about something, or you are creating some interesting wealth with some investments, or you are doing some investments that will come back to you later on, years later on, to bring you a lot of abundance. If you don't want to have children right now, this is a very good moment to have children. So don't go in that direction. Protect yourself as you find fit for it during this month, because the energy is very, very, very strong in the house of romance and intimate relationships, and you don't want to go in the wrong path. Be responsible and don't do things that then you will regret. At the same time, it's a house of joy and happiness, so you will find a lot of romance and joy and happiness in your relationships. If you have children, with children that will be present as well. Mars is transiting the 7th house, that is creating Mangalic or Mangala dosha, which is some affection to the relationships. You may be a bit harsh with others, or too aggressive, or too much willpower in the things that you are saying. That won't be good for relationships, or you may find people coming to you with that energy. Whether one or the other, be patient, be kind, and let go whoever is coming in your direction with the wrong attitude, and you be nice always. Don't go to seek revenge through the behavior, okay, or your communication as well. Then eclipses taking place in the 5th and in 11th house, houses of creativity as well, finances in some way, many revelations in that area as well. Networking, investing, intelligence, creation, new projects, and so. If your rising sign is Capricorn, for you it's happening in the 4th house, house of domestic peace and happiness. It's the house of vehicles, properties, real estate, the mother, the family, whatever is taking place at home. Your psychology, your mind, your dreams. An eclipse there, another eclipse opposite there to the house of profession. Profession, home life, very, very present. Home life even more. And you may go through a very rough time with your family during this month. I won't lie to you. And then a bit of complication at work. But Mars is also in the 6th house, Parivartana Yoga with the 4th, that is creating perhaps an excess of energy at work that is affecting your health, increasing your Pitta dosha, and maybe you have some problems with your digestion or evacuation, or with your eyes or with your skin. Be very careful this month. Try to do pranayama. Be very chill. Don't burn out yourself for something that doesn't, it's not worth the effort. And if it's worth the effort, try to work smarter this month and try to maintain that intelligence in action later on. Then if your rising sign is Aquarius, For you, this is happening in the third house, house of brothers, sisters, neighbors, information, traveling, communication. Your communication will be a bit harsh, or the people in your life will come a little bit aggressive, but also you are very aggressive, seeking the right and proper information to achieve your goals. This is very good. Mars is in the fifth house, a house that is increasing passion, is increasing the sexual energy, the romance. If you don't want to have children, same as Sagittarius, be careful. If you have children, they may be a little restless, let's say, during this month, creating some problems to you through their behavior or the things that are taking place in their lives. Then Eclipse in the ninth, house of Guru, Father, studies, higher studies, intuition, ethics, moral, and then in the third, a house of communication. So communication will be eclipsite and wisdom. During that time, don't take any important decision, be patient way after that, and with all the information that you may gather in between, you will do a much better job with whatever you need to do. And for Pisces rising sign, this is happening in the second house of finances, family, resources, security, stability. You are finding a new and deeper sense of stability and security, whether through finances, through family, through some sort of understanding that you gained during this period. Then Mars is in the fourth house of inner happiness and vehicles, investments, real estate, connecting with the mother, with family in general. Be careful, Mars is fiery, will bring some battles, obstacles. Don't invest in any real estate or any car or any vehicle during this time. Better wait till the 10th of May to take any decision that is at least important, because with Mars there, the energy is too strong and may bring some problems. Eclipse is taking place in the second and the eighth house. Eighth house, house of difficulties and obstacles, but at the end is transformation, empowering energy, empowering experiences. And the second is your belief system, mostly the one that you have with you since childhood, your childhood education, we can say, and finances. So finances are very present during this month for you. Be careful with your decisions. And in a general note for all the rising signs, this is a month of intensities and passion and to fire on the air. Be kind to others, be kind to yourself, be patient. Try to avoid arguments, because nobody will win with an argument, and definitely not this month in particular. Try to do pranayama daily, calming pranayamas. Try to use coconut oil on the plant of the feet before going to bed, to do the Ayurvedic dinacharya daily, to do calming asanas, calming meditations. Try to be on nature, trying to do sports, and definitely chant or listen to the Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman is the incarnation of Shiva. Shiva is the god of most of the things, very connected with Mars and Saturn, two very malefic planets. By worshipping Hanuman, we are releasing any low vibrational of any of the intense planets. And this month is a month that we definitely need Ganesha and Hanuman. Chant some mantras for Ganesha and for Hanuman, and you will see very good results. Without more details to share, this is an overview of the month. I will give you some updates later on of the specific transits that I mentioned. Jupiter, which is very important, Venus entering Taurus, the Sun entering Aries. I will give you more details, as well Mercury retrograde. Any questions, anything you want to share with me, let me know in the comments below. I will truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate if you can subscribe to my channel to receive updates, weekly updates of what the planets are doing, a bit of yoga, and as well Ayurveda and Vedanta. I didn't have the time yet to present you some ideas of yoga, Ayurveda and Vedanta, but definitely I will do it. And all that being said, thank you so much for accompanying me in this new video. Namaste, Hari Om Tat Sat, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya.